Hey Stampers, Diane Dimich here with ddStamps.com, and today I'm here to walk you through the new catalog. So those of you who signed up with me should have gotten your catalogs already. If you haven't and you still need one, you don't have a demonstrator, go ahead and contact me. Either you can email me or you can call me, and I will get a catalog sent out to you. So today what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a quick walkthrough of the catalog, kind of explain a couple things and show some things. And so let's get started. I'm going to flip my camera. So of course this is the cover of the new catalog. I will say I really loved a lot of stuff in here, so hang on while we walk through it. So a lot of the stuff that's on these two pages is just new items. So our new ink pads, which I will show when I get to talking about the ink pads. We have a new impressions dies. That's this one down here where it embosses it and cuts it. We have a new black ink pad, which I will show. I just have to find it. Some new embossing folders. We have the new shimmer brushes, and my rumor is that they are going to be available when the new catalog goes live. So if you're watching this, the new catalog is live, and hopefully they are now available. We were not able to get them on a pre-order. A couple of pages here, a little note from Sarah. And then a couple of other things. I want you to remember that if you signed up for the Stampin' Rewards on your account, you will get 10% for, like, if you order $20 worth of stuff, your 10% reward starts. So it's a great benefit, and they kind of add up. So if you may want to make sure that you are signed up for the Stampin' Rewards. And if you don't know, contact me, I'll let you know. We have Product of the Month. Happens every month. There's a new one today when this goes live, and it is colored vellum. It's really pretty. But there's a couple of others that are probably still available. This is the product of the month for April, which was a great die. And then there was some paper and a stamp set too. So check that each month to see what the new product of the month is. All right, so when you first get into the catalog, you're going to see that we were talking about our kits that we have, and of course there's new ones every month. And then we're talking about down here, the scrapbooking workshop kits, which are really a blast to do. Some new fun, or these are just like simple, easy ways to get creative, especially if you are not a stamper or you know somebody who's not a stamper. Some of the basics that you'll need is a cutter, some adhesive, dimensionals are always good, a punch is great, designer series paper, and note cards and envelopes. And then you can add in some of our ephemera, which is new, and some of our easier sets. And then of course we have embellishments, twine, ribbon, all kinds of stuff. All right, so this too is just showing some more of those quick and easy ways to get started. So our ephemeras here, some paper. I love this. I love this paper, and I love the ephemera this time around. We have a punch set here that's fairly easy to use for people. And then we have two different now little classic Stampin' Spots with ink. That's kind of nice way to get a wide variety of ink. All right, then our suites come into play, and our suites are great this year. This Bloom Boutique happens to be one of my favorites. It uses the new in color, so you can see what they are here. Barely Blush, Crisp Cantaloupe, Golden Glow, Peaceful Pine, and Hydrangea Hue. Those are the new in colors this time around, and honestly, every one of them is beautiful. That's what they do to us. All right, and so then there's also other things that coordinate with that Bloom Boutique. So there's a designer series paper pack, and also a designer series paper pack with stickers. There's some of our two-tone cardstock pack, another stamp set that will coordinate with all of the products in that suite. And then there is the scrapbooking kit, which, as you can see, makes 6 scrapbook pages. They're beautiful. And then it just shows a couple, this is what's in it. So you get 9 sheets of designer series paper, 5 sheets of the two-tone cardstock, the stickers and pre-cut images, some white willow cardstock, step-by-step instructions, and the photo placeholders. I do love the scrapbooking kits. Waterside Retreat was one of those stamp sets I didn't think I really needed, but after watching it and seeing people playing with it, I have played with it. I love it. I love the designer series paper, but the soft muted tones are beautiful. So when you're looking at a suite, the suite is gonna be the trinkets, the designer series paper, and the bundle. That's considered a suite, and the price is up here for that. And then it'll show pictures of the various suites. And then if there's other stuff for that suite that coordinates, it'll be on the next page. That particular one did not happen. So Valley of the Bloom is $93. The suite includes the embossing folder, the bundle, the Luxe White paper, the 12 by 12 designer series paper. And actually the designer series paper is showed back in the catalog farther. We'll get to that. And then the shimmer dots. So that will explain to you what's in your suites. These are the colors that are used in that suite. And then the next page is, like I said, is products that are part of that suite that you can purchase separately. So like the designer series paper you can get separately. The designer series paper plus the sticker sheet is there. The two-tone cardstock, another bundle that will coordinate with the papers that are in this. And then, of course, the scrapbooking kit and all the stuff that comes in the scrapbooking kit. All right, Scenic Coast. This is a beautiful one. So this paper here shimmers. It's beautiful. All the designer series paper, wherever there's like, you know, the moon or the sun showing on the water, it glimmers. So lots of fun. Beautiful Ordinary Life is another suite. I haven't really played with it yet, but I'll get there. And then, of course, products that coordinate with that particular suite, and then the scrapbooking kit. Velvet Meadow, this is a beautiful suite, and I will tell you that this designer series paper actually has velvet on it. It's really pretty, but then the crushed velvet on there gives it just that little bit of texture. And then we have Moonlit Flora. So those are our suites. And then we come into the bundles that we carry. And I just wanted you to, this is where I talked about that new impressions plate that we have, where you can have a die that will emboss and cut using this impression plate. It's kind of fun. It's this die right down here. All right, so these are the bundles, and let me explain a little bit about how this is laid out. So you're going to find that some of these bundles, like this one here, Lily of the Valley, is part of a suite, and so it's marked that it's part of a suite so that you know, oh, there's other products that go with that. If it has a little pink end by it, that means it's new to this catalog. And yeah, so that's kind of fun. But you remember where things are marked with the suite, so you know that there's other stuff. And you can go back to the suite section and find it. Or the little pink end tells you it's new. Sometimes you will find yourself looking at stuff and it's a set that's been around for a while and you didn't even realize it. Like Gears and Textures was new this past year. It's in this catalog now, and it doesn't have the little N because it was around before. So these are all the suites. If it doesn't have a suite marking, then it's dies in a stamp set. So it's a bundle. Like the balloons are a bundle. And I will tell you that these dies for these balloons are unbelievable. I don't have them yet, but this big balloon is big. It's like, I don't know, it's like this big. Fits on the front of a card. So just so you're aware that those are big, just like these scallops are bigger. All right, so these are all the suites. And you will find card samples for the suites that are on that page. And then we have the ad for our stamp positioning tool, which is available beginning tomorrow, May 5th, for everybody. And then we have our stamp sets. And so the stamp sets are all going to be shown. And as you see that as they come through the catalog, they get a little bit bigger. So you can actually see the sentiments better farther into the catalog. If it's part of a bundle, it will be marked. If it's part of a suite, it will be marked. Like here, this is a suite and a bundle. But you can see where it gets bigger, you can read it. But they're still even bigger than that. So just so you're aware, this is shown 50 to 60% of the size of it. All right, so these are all the stamps. And again, you get ideas for the stamp sets that are on the pages with them. Then I'm going to go through Little advertisement for our embossing and impressions plate. So this kind of shows the impression plate and how it works, and it works with our big cut and emboss machine. Then we have pages of dies. And so there's 3 pages of all the dies that are available in this catalog. And realize that there are going to be other things in the online exclusives that were in last year's catalog that are going to bump into the online exclusives. So I'll be checking that too to see what things are going forward. But I like this because you can see all the dies that are available. If it's a part of a suite, if it's part of a bundle, if it's just sold as a standalone. This one's a bundle because it comes, you can get it with those 2 together. So those are my the dies, and then we have these dies down here that are just our shapes that have been available for a while and are going to be available for the duration of at least this catalog. Embossing folders and punches. So there's a few new ones. There's some butterflies that's part of a bundle, and then there's this rounded rectangle that's part of a bundle. The others have been around for a while. And then there's designer series paper. So this actually shows a sampling of the designer series paper. And this too tells you if it's part of a suite or if it's not. It just doesn't have anything. These 2 aren't really part of a suite, but they would be used for lots of different products. And then if it has a sticker sheet, like this page here, Beautiful Ordinary Life, you can buy either the designer series paper, just the paper only, or the paper with the sticker sheet. And it kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like. So that's nice. All of our paper products are on this page. So all of our little extras that we have, as far as the 2-tone cardstock, which we carry the 2-tone cardstock in every color in the online exclusives. But here you can get them kind of bundled together that coordinate with the suite, which is nice. I like that. Then we have our little mix and match session here, and it just kind of shows you some ideas of some of the things you can mix and match. And then they talk about your ephemera, and then this paper, which I almost missed this paper, but I did get it. So then we have our memory keeping page with all of our memory keeping stuff. Here's that new black ink pad, and the white gel pens are new. Like I said, if I had it sitting here, oh wait, I think I know where I did with it. Here is that new black ink pad. And to open it, you'd really just take it to the side and pop it open. It's on there very tight, which is, it's okay, it's good. But you'll see it has a little bit of a ridge on each side so that you can get your thumb in there and pull that apart. So this is a hybrid ink pad, so it can be used with our blends, and it can also be used with watercoloring. And then our gel pen is nice. We had white gel pen before. This one, I love it. It works really well. Our embellishments are on this page, and we just have a few ribbons down here in this catalog. But I will tell you, there are more ribbons in the online exclusives. So that's nice. And then all of our adhesives are on here. I like that they put things together. Our tools are on these pages. So these are just tools that you could use in your stamping. Lots more tools. All of our color stuff. So our pastels, ink, our watercolor pencils, the shimmer brush pens, the Stampin' blends in the combo packs for the various skin tones and browns. And then we turn the page to the in colors. So this is the advertisement for the new in colors, which, like I said, I absolutely love them all. There isn't one that I don't like. It tells you all the stuff that we have in the in colors, and then more information here as far as the ribbon, the plans, the shimmer pens. There's lots of different things that come with it. And then we go to our pages for our color collection, where you can actually see the various colors that we have and then what's available. So paper, 12 by 12 two-tone cardstock. Here is the graphic to tell you. Ink, refill, blends. And I will tell you that there is a misprint right here. It says $11.50, but the cardstock is actually $14. So when I sent out catalogs, I sent a little piece of paper out with that information. And then we have more of are basic colors. So our basics in cardstock, the thick cardstock, 12 by 12, 12 by 12 thick, two-tone cardstock. So whatever it comes in, you'll see that there's a number there and that pertains to that product. Or you can order by collection. So we have our soft, subtle, our brights, our regals, and our neutrals. If you wanted the cardstock, ink, a bundle, that's all in here too. And then of course we have the index, which really takes you through everything that we have, and you can just find a page that you like. Like if you're looking for a tool, let's say you're looking for the shimmer brushes, they're on page 77 of the catalog. So look through the index. Talking about being a demonstrator, and I will tell you right now, Stampin' Up! Is offering new demonstrators that sign up this month the 5 new ink pads. Let me grab mine. So the Stampin' Up! Is offering the 5 new ink pads to anybody that signs up as a demonstrator this month. So that's like $70, right? Yeah, 14 times 5. $70 worth of free product on top of everything else you get in your starter kit. Or you can get $35 extra in merchandise. But I will tell you, these are great ink pads. So let me show you how they open. Super easy. They do separate. They're magnetic, so it sticks together. And then I usually just put this under when I'm using it so that it's under the pad. I use the stickers to identify what the ink pads were so that when they're open, this one I can tell, but when they're, when they're open, it's hard to know what the color is. So use your stickers on the bottom of that to mark your colors on your ink pads. So, all right, that's it. That's the new catalog. It's pretty exciting. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. www.ddistamps.com is my website. You can sign up for newsletter, and I will send out lots of fun information. All right, take care, and I hope you have a great day.